Hi muckers, good morning. It is currently 6:06 in the morning and I'm currently in the Tribeca area of New York, which is down by the financial district, very low end of Manhattan, like near the bottom of it, very near Brooklyn. And the reason I am down here is because I'm gonna start my day by seeing the sunrise by Brooklyn Bridge. Now it is very dark outside right now, which is why you can barely see me. So I'm excited. I've never seen a sunrise in New York before. I've also never been on the Brooklyn Bridge before, so this is going to be new as well. And one thing I will say is, the more and more I visit New York, the more I venture out in New York. Like, I feel like I'm ticking off little districts in New York that I've never seen before, even on this trip. And I've only been here a couple days. So I'm very excited. We have a jam-packed day today. I have nothing planned, but I have everything planned in my head, which is a day I know is going to be a success. So I can't wait. So I'm going to walk over to the Brooklyn Bridge now just to kind of get an idea, and then the sunrise is in like 40 minutes. It is still quite dark outside, so this will probably be more so of a clip that you listen to, but I'm currently walking the Brooklyn Bridge right now. You can see behind me, it's starting to lighten up a little bit. And then behind me we have the cars. I've actually never been on Brooklyn Bridge before, which is something I have said minutes ago. But I really wanted to talk about something that I talk about quite often on my YouTube channel. And it very much so is how many people are on this earth and how many people are doing their own little things. And it kind of just puts so much into perspective. So for example, right now, it is 6 a.m. and I would have thought that nobody really would have been on the go, which is not the case, because in front of me there's people walking and behind me there's people on bikes. And as you can see with the cars, there's a lot of people coming and going. And also, not just that, when you look at the buildings, you can see that there's selective lights on in all of the buildings. So I always like thinking about it like little stories in terms of, is that someone just starting their day and going to work? Or is that someone working late and they're just about to go home? Or is that someone living in their apartment? Are they living alone? Is that someone in their apartment? Did they just get a puppy? Did they just have a baby? Like, I don't know if other people think like this or it's just me being very weird. But for example, like, look at this behind me. There are so many lights in that building. And I feel the man just stared at me and he's now staring at the building. This man who was running. I think he overheard me clearly because I'm literally like shouting, and he looked at me and then he looked at the buildings like, he's like, what's going on over there? Let me put my light on, by the way. Is this better? So for example, look how many lights are on that building. How many stories is that? How many people are, like, it's one of my favorite activities to do in general, especially when I'm traveling, because there's so many different kinds of people that I wouldn't normally come across whenever I'm mingling with my daily, circle that I meet with every day in Brighton, or, just whenever you live somewhere, you become accustomed to the locals and you become one of the locals. So whenever you travel somewhere, it's a completely different world, and it's really exciting, and I really love that. And I'm just looking at all of these lights and I can't even imagine the stories of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's exciting. I don't know, maybe I'm being weird. I'm not even remotely close to completing Brooklyn Bridge. I haven't even started it properly, but the view is already spectacular. This was something my mum really wanted to do as well. So Mum, I hope this footage feels like I'm bringing you along with me, because I know this is something you want to do, but we just didn't have time to get around to it. So yeah, I'm excited to walk this. Woo! Look at this! This is insane. This is insanely beautiful. Oh my god. I literally cannot believe I'm here. Just in New York in general, it's so crazy. And I mean, this is so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Holy fuck. I mean, it is just remarkably beautiful. I mean, there aren't even words to describe it. And it has felt like this has been something that I've been dreaming of seeing my entire life. And it really is just even more spectacular in person. And again, as it's starting to lighten up, as you can see, it's now starting to be like the actual sunrise, the more I'm still thinking about all of the little people living their little lives. And I'm seeing a lot of them, you know, starting their day now and going around the place and filming and taking photos or something like that, and it kind of just instills that even more. Like, I'm even seeing boats going through, and that's like another scenario of how people are starting their morning. It really is. We're all just living. And I think that's something that's so beautiful about humans, that we're all just doing our own thing and we're all just trying to survive. And like, look at this view behind me. Like, what the fuck? This is insane. And I wonder how many other people have that same thinking that I've came across today, which is like, I wonder what he's doing today. I wonder why he's up. You know what I mean? That kind of thinking. It's interesting. I will say this has probably been one of the best starts to my morning ever. And I mean ever. It really is just like a really cute city at this time. Like, New York, it's really loud at nighttime. There's that period of like silence, you know, like a couple people on the streets maybe, and then there's like the morning folk. And I've never been part of the morning folk ever in my life. But y'all are fucking chill. Like, y'all are exciting. I actually really like sitting with their little coffees and stuff. Like, the only reason I didn't get one was just because I'm gonna be out of my hotel for a while and I don't want to shit my pants. But like, y'all seem fun. I like y'all. I want to be like you morning people. Okay, so I was in Brooklyn for probably about 30 minutes. I was walking around, but nowhere was really open, so I couldn't do much. So I've decided to come to an area of New York I really don't come to that much, which is Soho. I don't think I've ever been here, except for maybe once passing through it on like the subway. But I just went and got some breakfast. I was about to say, what time of day is it? I don't know. I got some iced coffee, which I haven't had a coffee yet since I came here, I don't think. It's really good, and it tastes really strong of coffee, which kind of works to my advantage and wake me up. I went to a place called Bagel Boss or something like that, and it kind of just reminded me of the Girl Boss logo, and I kind of was obsessed with that, I'll be honest. And I got a bagel as well, because, I mean, they're the fucking Bagel Boss, so I may as well have tried it. Now, I got an everything bagel with cream cheese, because that's the only thing I know how to order, so don't judge, please. If you have any bagel recommendations, please let me know, because again, the only thing I know is an everything bagel with cream cheese. It's the only one I order out here, and it's also the only thing I know how to make back home. But let me try this. And it hits the spot every time. Every time, without fail. Really good. Okay, so I am currently in Washington Square Park, which is a place I have never been ever in New York, and I think it is so beautiful. It's actually a recommendation from my bestie, Emma Chamberlain. No, I watch Emma Chamberlain's vlogs, and she always comes to Washington Square Park instead of Central Park. And I never really knew why, and I've heard a couple people talk about Washington Square Park, and I never really knew, you know, what was the attractiveness of it. And I have very quickly found out that it is very intimate and it is very sweet. Like, there's a lot of families here, and I mean, it's very early in the day right now, it's still only 8:20. A lot of families here. There's a lot of really sweet dogs. New York has the sweetest dogs. I'm really missing my girls. Just whenever I see people with their dogs, I just kind of have the idea where I'm like, oh, I wish I could travel and bring them, especially Dolly, who gets on with every other dog, gets on with every other person, just loves adventures, loves, you know, Bonnie can be a little bit of a, you know, a little diva. I don't think Bonnie would enjoy it as much. Bonnie would just enjoy being on the sofa with me. Bonnie's my French bulldog, but Dolly, my cockapoo, she just is up for every single adventure. And I know I'm like watching people play with their dogs right now, and I'm like, oh, that could be me and my Dolly, or, you know, Dolly would love to play with their dogs, and I would love to bring Dolly to, you know, like these European cities I travel to and these American states I go to, and I wonder if she would know that they were American dogs. You know what I mean? That's such a weird, I'm wondering what that noise is, but it's people with their dogs. I wonder if I was to bring, this is such a stupid question, my dog to America, and let her play with the dogs here, would she know that they're different? Like, would she be like, oh, they bark with an American accent? I've always wondered that, because I always wonder if dogs are talking when they're barking or just like emoting. So would they know that they're emoting in like an American way, or like, I don't know. This is the kind of shit I think about. But anyway, this park is beautiful. I also remembered that I have been in Soho before, and it was one time, and it was with my mother and my friend Kat, and we went to this, it was during winter, Christmas time, we went to this enclosed little area, outside, outdoor eatery, and it was really fancy. It was like a 3-course, like pre-booked tea. Like, it was really exquisite, and my friend had wanted to do it for so long, and it was quite expensive. All 3 of us like pitched in and we did it, and it was like this afternoon tea setting. It was really fancy, it was really cute, it was really camp, and that was the time I've been in Soho. And I mean, it makes sense with it being really expensive, because I've quickly learned from only a few hours in Soho that everything is expensive in Soho, even more so than in Times Square, where I'm staying, which is a surprise to me. So I think I'm gonna stay in Washington Square Park for a bit, and then I think I'm gonna head to Chelsea, because I really wanna go to Chelsea Market. Oh, there's just so many dogs! Oh my god, and like they're walking past each other and they're all like playing with each other, and it's like, oh, there's like 3 dogs over there. There's 5 dogs that I just watched back there, and there's 3 right there as well, so 6 and I miss my dogs! I wish I could have them here with me. Because I live alone and I spend all my time with my dogs, the same way people are like, oh, I wish I could travel with my best friend Sandy. I'm like, I wish I could travel with my best friend Bonnie and Dolly, because they are my best friends who I live with, you know, and it's solely me and them. So I kind of look at them as my best friends. And I'm not even going to say that that's sad, because I couldn't give a rat's ass if you think that's sad, because those girls are the most loyal girls ever. And they're the ones who are there for me. So yeah, I'm just going to enjoy this park, and I'm going to live vicariously through all of the dog owners who have their dogs here, and I'm going to see how many of them let me pet their dogs, because that's something I'm always really scared to ask, because I get nervous when people ask me to pet my dogs for some reason. So, oh my god, there's German Shepherds. It's my favorite breed of dog ever. I must go over. Oh my god, and there's so many sweet dogs. Your dogs are beautiful, by the way. Am I able to pet one of them, or are they?
This one's cool, yeah. She's a little bit more skittish.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Oh my god, before I even ended the clip, I got to pet one. This is so exciting. Oh my god, they're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Am I able to pet one of them, if that's okay?
You could try. Okay,
Oh
maybe
no,
not
they're
her,
beautiful.
but
They're
you
beautiful either
can
way.
try to pet her.
Don't worry if I don't.
She's like, yeah. Mark, do you want to say hi?
What's their name?
This is Carol and Marge.
Yeah. Thank you so much. They're
No worries,
beautiful.
have a good day.
Thank you, you too. That one dog fucking hated me. Dogs are so funny. It fucking hated me. What was its name? Like Carl or something like that? Carl, BFF, I just want to be friends. I don't think Carl's a mucker, I'm gonna be honest. This day just gets better and better. Now there's a fucking squirrel. Are you seeing this? Hey, BFF. Hey, BFF. Okay, alright. Alright, talk your shit. Oh my goodness, can you go up the tree, BF? Go up the tree if you're a mucker. If you're a mucker, go up the tree. If you're a mucker, go up the tree. What do you have in your mouth, silly Billy? Oh, I think it's a mucker. Slay. Slay. Wait, can I take a picture of you? Because you look quite camp right now. Slay. Okay, so I've now made it to Chelsea Market, which was my favorite place that I discovered in New York. By the way, I have this janky-ass wristband on still from that festival that I'm struggling to take off, because you need knife or scissors, but obviously you don't travel with them, and the hotel are not going to give them out to you, so I'm literally stuck trying to like get it off with sweat, and each time I do it, it gets more stuck. Don't get me started on it. It looks so ratty. Anyway, so I'm at Chelsea Market, which was one of my favorite places that I discovered in New York whenever I came here last time, but I discovered it on one of my last days in New York, so I'm enjoying having time to be able to go through it, which is what I'm going to be spending my time today doing. I'm going to go through the market, I'm going to enjoy the sights around here, and then after this I'm definitely going to go back to my hotel for a bit, because I'm dying to go to the bathroom and I haven't been in my hotel for a while. But yeah, I'm excited to bring you along Chelsea Market. I don't know if I'm going to buy anything or I'm just going to browse. I don't know, that's the exciting thing. But I'm sitting in the exact same seat that I sat on a couple hours before my flight in New York last time. I'm a creature of habit. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I'm like this with food as well. I find a piece of food that I like and I eat it non-stop. Or I find a cafe that I like and I go there non-stop. Or, you know, I'm a creature of habit that way, and I wonder if you are as well. But I want to show you the current sitting situation, and then we're going to go into the market, which is just opposite me. So this is where I'm currently sitting. It's very beautiful. And the market's in there. So we're going to go in there right now. Okay, so I'm sitting down by a different part of Chelsea Market. Like, it's kind of down the ways. And it's down by this, like, beautiful space of water. The reason is, Chelsea Market says on Google that it opens at 8 a.m. Nope, opens at 11. So what I'm gonna do instead is there's a Sephora nearby that opens in 10 minutes. I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna have a look around. I love my Sephoras, we do not have them in the UK. Maybe I'm not gonna spend anything, maybe I'm gonna spend everything. It's my motto when shopping. So I'm gonna go walk to Sephora right now. Let's be silly, let's see what happens. I do want to show you this water first. Like, look at this, look how beautiful this is. So I've just been sitting here for like 15 minutes. Like, it is so beautiful. And it has like a viewing area and stuff. Like, wow, it's really beautiful down here in Chelsea. Okay, so I'm back in my hotel room. I went to Sephora. There was nothing really exciting there, and I also didn't want to wait around for the market to open. I might go back later, but I just need to come back to my hotel room because I've been out for a while. One thing I will say is I absolutely love the culture of having a CVS or like a Walgreens anywhere you look. Back home, we have like convenience shops, you know, everywhere. But walking into like a CVS, knowing that it's like the same layout as the CVS I go to all the time, and then that one's the same one, it's like you get in there, you know what you're getting, and you know where it's going to be. I really appreciate that, and I really wish that we had that back in the UK, like, you know, the CVS equivalent, like every stop along the way, because then we would go in, we know what we want. I don't know, it's super convenient. But anyway, I went to CVS again, that was my tangent. Also, you know the people that when you walk in, they go, "Hi, welcome to CVS," and then you leave, and they go, "Have a great day," or whatever. They're always stoned out of their minds, and I love it so much. I think it's so brilliant. Like, there's this guy, anytime he must work the night shifts, and clearly his eyes will be like completely closed, like stoner eyes closed. And he, like, yesterday kept like laughing when he was saying it to people. I was like hearing him. I thought he was so fascinating. He'd be like, welcome to CVS. Like, he was so silly. I loved it. And the girl that was on today, she was very clearly stoned as well. I love it. I mean, what a fun job that would be to be stoned. Welcome to CVS. Like, wow, I love it. Anyway, I got a chicken Caesar wrap just in case I get lazy and don't want to actually go out for food. I got pistachio nuts, which I'm very excited for. I got some Sour Patch Kids extreme versions because we do not have these back home, and I love Sour Patch Kids. I got a Red Bull. I got adult multivitamins. And I got a Gatorade. Now, the reason I'm getting stuff like this is, I'm going to be honest with you, I am quite sick on this trip. Yesterday I didn't film because I was in bed all day, and then I also went and got tested for the Big C. Everything came back negative, but I did have a chest infection, and then that chest infection has now turned into just like overall feeling shit. So yeah, this trip has kind of been off to not the greatest start. In terms of my health, so I'm trying so desperately to like work on it. So I'm trying to get as many vitamins in me as possible. I have so many of these, you know what I mean, where it's like you put it in water and it's like vitamins. And I also have a bunch of Tylenol that I bought, and that's great and helping me. But I'm trying. I mean, it's not great whenever you come on a trip and you feel really shitty, but we live and we get through it. So this is gonna be my lunch right now, and then I'm gonna hopefully get some energy to go out. It's only 10 a.m. Fuck me. Because I have been out since the sunrise, I feel like it's 10 p.m. right now. So maybe a nap is... I don't know. We'll talk about it later. We were in no rush. Hi, it's a while later, if you couldn't tell. So it's currently now after midnight, actually. And I slept from that last clip until about 10 p.m. And then I went to an Irish pub and got food, which is the first time I've actually ate out on this trip. Like, first time I've went to a restaurant. just because I've literally been like living off of pizza. But I came down to Times Square because I've been having this quite emotional thinking about the end of the year coming up, and towards the end of the year, which is my favorite time of year, I don't know if you know that, but Christmas time is obviously one of my favorites of the entire year. But one of my favorite days of the entire year is actually New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And I prefer, and always have preferred, watching New York's celebratory moments of New Year's Eve than I have of London's or Sydney's or anywhere else in the world. And my family have always known this, so I would always celebrate New Year's with my family in Ireland. We would watch the ball drop, but we would watch the firework display in London, and we'd celebrate, woohoo! And then they would all go to bed, and I would stay up until 5 a.m. I have every single year of my entire life that I've known about this, so probably like 6 or 7 years, I will then stay up until 5 a.m. and watch the New Year's Rockin' Eve that happens here in New York. And I have so many American friends that I always celebrate New Year's then with them. And there's always, my favorite performers are performing because they're always like American. And even if they're not American, like BTS, the New Year's Rockin' Eve just has a bigger budget than what London does. So it's incredible to think that I'm currently standing where that is. So I had pulled up Mariah Carey's performance from 2017 because this was one of my favorites. So this was literally Mariah Carey performing at New Year's Rockin' Eve, right? So as you can see, sorry, you'll get the point in a second. I know this is, you probably do not care at all. So Mariah Carey performing right here. So this was what I was watching, and I was like freaking out. So this is the setting, and so I would also watch like Mariah of years past, BTS, like I said. There were always just my favorite performers. I can't list them off the top of my head now, but you know what I mean. It was always something that I loved doing, and it was always my favorite artist. And I just, sorry I'm reiterating the same points, I'm just can't believe that I'm here. Even though I've been in Times Square so much before, it's only really settling in because we're almost at the end of the year. But that stage is right there. Like, it's not up right now, but where the stairs are of Times Square, which are like over here, is where the stage is. I've kind of guessed by the surrounding billboards and stuff like that. So I am literally standing just seconds away from where that stage is, from where all the performers are that I'm gonna watch this year on New Year's Rockin' Eve, and I have watched New Year's Rockin' Eves of the past and stuff, and it's just, I can't get over it. A lot of people make fun of me for being so Americanized. You know, oh my god, Adam's accent sounds so American, or blah 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 blah, or Adam says y'all, or whatever like that. It's like, I really did grow up on American media, between Disney Channel, American YouTubers, and then that kind of translated into me celebrating New Year's Rockin' Eve with the Americans, and I have so many American friends who I talk to more than my friends back home. Like, I don't know, you can drag, my goodness me. I don't know, but it's exciting being here, that's what I'll say. It's very surreal. Okay, so it is now about to be 2 a.m. here in New York, and I'm gonna go to bed. I am very tired. It has been a very long day, but a really good day. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for watching if you did, and I will see you. Good night, good morning, good evening, whatever time of the day you're watching this, and I love you. I'm gonna go finish my Gatorade. Slay. Bye.